It's Tuesday, the 2nd of May, 2023. Welcome to the Fast 5 by Fear and Greed, where we give you the top 5 business stories you need to know in just 5 minutes. I'm Michael Thompson, and good morning, Sean Aylmer.
Good morning, Michael.
Sean, 5 big stories today in 5 minutes. Let's jump straight into story number 1. National home prices rose 0.5% last month, triggering a growing chorus of market watchers to say the property market downturn is over.
That'd be nice. House prices across the country are now 1.2% higher than their February low, with all capital cities recording rises last month, with the exception of Darwin. Sydney has led the charge, with prices up 3% since its January low and 1.3% last month. Perth is up more than 1% from its low, while Melbourne prices are 0.7% higher. Along with solid auction clearance rates, full employment, a pickup in top-end prices, and even signs of an improvement in housing finance, the market looks to have turned. Yesterday, AMP Chief Economist Shane Oliver, who watches the market very closely, said his forecast of a 15 to 20% top-to-bottom drop in house prices now looks overly pessimistic. But, he added, current dynamics are unusual. Rising interest rates and a slowdown in the economy, alongside strong underlying demand, much from immigration, and constrained supply. That is unusual, and therefore there is a risk of another drop in prices.
You mentioned immigration there, Sean. Is that really the main reason for the turnaround?
It is, because immigration has returned much quicker than expected, especially international students. There were less than 6,000 immigrants in the 2021 financial year. This year is expected to reach 400,000. That's about 70% more than the government forecast last year. Plenty of other reasons as well. The average household size fell to less than 2.5 people per dwelling during the pandemic. The Reserve Bank reckons that added about 120,000 dwellings to demand. Vacancy rates are lower. Some states like New South Wales have done a lot around stamp duty. Also, supply has slowed. Basically, the bottom line to all this is the housing market slump appears to be over.
I love that there's less than 2.5 people per dwelling. I'd love to know what the half a person is in most houses. Is it the top half, the bottom half? Let's move on, Sean. Story number 2. A major cyber criminal hacking group claims to have stolen data from Australia's largest legal partnership, HWL Ebsworth. This is big.
Yes, ALPHV, also known as Black Cat, says it has 4 terabytes of data from HWL Ebsworth servers, including internal company data, employee personal data, financial reports, accounting information, loans information, insurance agreements. According to the Financial Review, it also says it has client documents, including loan data, credit card information, etc. Now, the law firm's client list in the last 5 years has included the Reserve Bank of Australia, the Australian Electoral Commission, the Department of Parliamentary Services, and the Australian National University. HWL is still trying to ascertain what, if anything, has been stolen. We're going to hear plenty more about this one.
Story number 3, Viva Energy has completed its $300 million acquisition of the Coles Express fuel and convenience retailing network.
Viva, which has pretty much always been a fuel refiner, is pushing into grab-and-go shopping. This deal means Viva takes ownership of 700 convenience stores, which were previously operated under an alliance between Viva and Coles. Last month, Viva did a deal to buy the South Australian-based On The Run Group for $1.15 billion. Operators like Viva know that with the growth in electric vehicles in Australia, their prime role in life, refining oil and pumping petrol, will be diminished, so they're looking for options. Convenience shopping is Viva's play. Including the On The Run deal and Coles Express, Viva's earnings will be about 50% non-fuel, which is pretty incredible. And just before we leave the grab-and-go sector, Michael, 7-Eleven owners yesterday said they've begun talks selling the business. 2 families own that business, the Withers and Barlow families. They said the time's right to review options. 7-Eleven began as a single store in Melbourne in 1977. There's now 750 stores, mostly along the East Coast.
Story number 4, Sean, is really about another deal that's on the go at the moment. It's a bid for listed retailer Best and Less. But this one's got a bit of a twist, Sean, because the offer price is actually less than what Best and Less shares were trading at.
And what's worse, one of the major shareholders has agreed to it, according to a report in the Financial Review. A couple of well-known retailers lobbed a bid for Best and Less at $1.89 a share, but the fashion outlet's share price closed at $1.98 on Friday. Normally, bids are made at a premium, not a discount. PE group Allegro Funds owns 32% of the company. It's agreed to the deal, according to the Fin. The chair, Jason Murray, has also agreed to it. He owns 8%, and Blundy already owns 16%, all up you with about 56%. I just feel sorry for any of the other shareholders, particularly those that bought in at $4 a share early last year.
Ouch. Story number 5, last one, Sean. There is plenty going on in the world of sports management at the moment, with the AFL getting a new boss and Rugby Australia losing its chief executive.
The AFL announced that Andrew Dillon, the league's general counsel, will become chief executive from 2 October, taking over from Gil McLachlan. The AFL has been looking for a new boss for more than a year, but eventually settled on an internal candidate. Running the AFL, I think, is considered one of the most prestigious non-government roles in Australia. And Rugby Australia boss Andy Marinos announced his resignation and will depart next month. The Rugby World Cup is on in November, so his timing is somewhat surprising. Marinos has been praised for turning around the finances of the sport. Yesterday, he said he wanted to pursue new opportunities.
All right, there we go. The top 5 business stories in 5 minutes. Thank you, Sean.
Thank you, Michael.
It's Tuesday, the 2nd of May, 2023. Remember to hit follow on the podcast. If 5 minutes isn't enough for you, you can find our longer daily show called Fear and Greed, wherever you listen to podcasts. And don't forget as well, the Amazon Echo smart speaker range comes with Alexa built in. Simply say, Alexa, play the Fast 5 by Fear and Greed podcast to catch the latest episode. You can grab yours now at amazon.com.au. I'm Michael Thompson, and that was the Fast 5 by Fear and Greed. Have a great day.